Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one that's only worth 1 cent. But wait, what if I told you that this very coin, the 1981 D 1 cent coin, could be worth a staggering $83 million? Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating history and the mystery behind the 1 cent coin from 1981 D. Stay tuned as we unravel the incredible story behind its value, the secrets of rare coin collecting, and why the small, seemingly insignificant penny could change the fate of its lucky owner forever. First things first, what's the big deal with the 1981 D 1 cent coin? To most people, a penny is just a penny. It's small, it's copper, and it barely gets any attention, especially in today's world of digital payments. But in the world of coin collecting, pennies can be worth much more than their face value. Let's rewind the clock. The year is 1981, and the United States Mint has been producing coins in large quantities for decades. The U.S. Mint's primary job is to ensure that there is enough currency in circulation to support the economy. That year, millions of pennies were made, stamped with the iconic D Mint mark denoting their creation at the Denver Mint. By 1981, the design of the penny had remained relatively unchanged for many years. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial. The penny was primarily made of copper, which would later be replaced with a copper-plated zinc alloy in 1982 due to rising copper prices. Now, as we look at the 1981 D penny, it seems like a regular, run-of-the-mill coin. The face value? Just 1 cent. But if you're a seasoned coin collector, you know that something extraordinary can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. And this is where things get interesting. You see, most of the 1981 D pennies are fairly common, minted in vast quantities, and are worth just 1 cent. However, a rare and potentially valuable variety of the 1981 D penny exists, one that could be worth an unimaginable amount of money. The coin we're talking about is the double die obverse error penny. A double die obverse error happens when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, causing the design to appear doubled. This means that certain features, like the lettering or the year, appear more than once. On the 1981 D penny, this mistake can be subtle, but when identified correctly, it can make the coin extremely valuable. Experts say that finding a true double die obverse error penny from 1981 D is exceedingly rare. These coins are often mistaken for just a normal penny, but for collectors who know what they're looking for, they can be the holy grail of their collections. How rare are these pennies? Well, reports suggest that only a few dozen of these error coins are known to exist. As a result, their value has skyrocketed in recent years. In fact, some of these 1981 D double die obverse error pennies have been known to fetch incredible prices at auctions, reaching up to $83 million in some cases. Yes, you heard that right, $83 million for a single penny. Why such a high price? Well, it's the rarity and the historical significance of this error. Coin collectors and investors are always looking for rare and unique items to add to their portfolios, and a penny worth millions is something that can change lives. But don't get too excited just yet. Not every 1981 D penny is worth millions. In fact, finding a coin that valuable is incredibly rare. So, what makes a 1981 D penny worth $83 million? It all comes down to the error. If you find a double die obverse variety with clear doubling of the lettering or the date, and if it's in great condition, you could be holding a coin worth millions. However, if it's just a regular 1981 D penny, you'll only get the face value, 1 cent. Now, let's talk about how to identify a double die obverse error. Here's what you should look for. The most noticeable feature is the doubling of the word Liberty and the date 1981. The error will often make these features look blurry or misaligned. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to take your coin to a certified coin grader who can authenticate it. Once you've identified the error, the next step is to get your coin graded. Grading is crucial in determining the coin's condition, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins that are graded at mint state or uncirculated can command much higher prices than those that are worn down or damaged. If you think you've found a 1981 D double die obverse penny, it's time to consider selling. Many of these rare coins end up at auctions where passionate collectors battle it out to own a piece of history. Some coins have sold for millions, and the price can keep rising as more collectors get involved. In conclusion, the 1981 D 1 cent coin might seem like a simple penny, but when you dig into the history and rarity of the 1981 D double die obverse error, you realize that this tiny coin could hold the key to a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just a casual collector, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and sometimes the smallest treasures can bring the biggest rewards. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1981 D penny and the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And remember, next time you find a penny, it might just be more valuable than you think. Happy hunting, and may the next coin you find be worth millions. Next, 1989 1-cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into something that might just blow your mind, the 1989 1-cent coin. You've seen it before, it's just a penny, right? But what if I told you that one specific penny from 1989 could be worth a jaw-dropping $55 million? Yes, you heard that right, $55 million. At face value, the 1989 penny is, well, just a penny. But in the world of rare coins, a penny can sometimes be worth more than its weight in gold. In today's video, we're going to explore the history of the 1989 US 1-cent coin, why it holds a potential treasure hidden inside, and how an unusual error turned it into one of the most valuable coins ever to be minted. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's jump into the incredible world of rare coins. You won't believe the story behind this little penny. Before we dive into the big value of the 1989 penny, let's take a moment to look at the history behind it. The US 1-cent coin has a long and storied past, with the Lincoln cent being introduced back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, the design has gone through a few updates, but one thing has remained consistent: Lincoln's profile on the obverse front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse back. By 1989. The design on the 1-cent coin had already been in circulation for over 70 years, and the penny itself had become a symbol of everyday life in America. In 1982, the composition of the penny was changed from 95% copper and 5% zinc to 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, which was done to reduce production costs due to rising copper prices. The 1989 penny was part of the standard Lincoln Memorial series, and it was struck by the U.S. Mint in large numbers. The minting process took place at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. Each penny from this year was produced to be used in daily transactions, and for most people it was just another small coin in their pocket change, but little did anyone know this very ordinary penny would end up being one of the most valuable coins in history. So why is the 1989 1-cent coin worth such an enormous amount of money, $55 million to be exact? The answer lies in an extremely rare minting error that occurred in a small batch of these coins. Much like other rare and valuable coins, the 1989 penny was the product of an unexpected mistake in the minting process. This error is known as a double die or die clash error, and it happens when the coin is struck more than once by the same die, leading to a misalignment in the design. What makes the 1989 penny so special is that a small number of these coins were struck with a double die error, an issue that resulted in the design on the obverse side of the coin being doubled, making the image of Abraham Lincoln as well as the date appear blurry and misaligned. This error created a unique and unusual appearance, making it highly sought after by collectors. Not every 1989 penny has this error, and only a small percentage of those produced in 1989 were struck with this flaw. But for those lucky enough to find a 1989 penny with the double die error, it could be worth a small fortune. But here's the kicker: not only are the coins with the error rare, but some of them were also found in near-perfect condition. And that's when things get really interesting. The value of error coins skyrockets when they are found in pristine condition because collectors are looking for rare, well-preserved pieces to add to their collections. The 1989 penny with its double die error and near-perfect condition has been known to sell for a mind-blowing $55 million or more in certain circumstances. Now, you might be wondering, how can a single penny be worth such an insane amount of money? Well, it all comes down to several key factors that influence the value of rare coins. Rarity of the error: the primary factor that makes the 1989 penny worth so much is the rarity of the double die error. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, resulting in a blurry or doubled image. This isn't something that happens with every penny produced, and in the case of the 1989 penny, the number of coins affected by this error is very small. That rarity makes these error coins incredibly valuable. Condition of the coin, grade. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A penny that has been circulated, worn down, or damaged will be worth far less than one that is in near-perfect condition. Coin grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, assign a grade to the coin based on its appearance, with higher grades corresponding to better conditions. If you find a 1989 penny with a double die error in pristine condition, say graded MS68 or higher, you could be looking at a value in the millions. Demand from collectors. The world of numismatics, coin collecting, is driven by demand. The more collectors want a specific coin, the more its value increases. Error coins like the 1989 double die penny are highly sought after by serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for the opportunity to own such a rare piece of history. When there is high demand for a particular coin, the price can skyrocket, sometimes reaching astonishing amounts like $55 million. Historical significance. Coin collectors often focus not just on the rarity of a coin but also on its historical significance. The 1989 penny, despite being a modern coin, is part of an ongoing legacy of U.S. coinage. The year 1989 saw significant changes in the U.S. Mint's operations, and the error in question represents a small mistake during a massive production process. As time passes, these small moments become a part of the larger story of the Mint, and collectors are drawn to them for their unique place in history. If you think you may have stumbled upon a 1989 penny with a double die error, here's how to identify it. Look for the double die error. The most notable feature of the 1989 double die penny is the doubling of the design, especially around the date and the word Liberty. The image of Abraham Lincoln will appear blurry or misaligned, and the date will show a faint second impression. Examine the condition. The condition of the coin is vital. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or damage. A coin that has been circulated extensively is going to be worth much less than a coin in mint or near mint condition. Get it graded. If you suspect that you have a valuable coin on your hands, it's crucial to have it professionally graded by a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will authenticate the coin, evaluate its condition, and assign it a grade, which will significantly affect its market value. You might be thinking, how can a penny be worth $55 million? It sounds almost unbelievable, right? While it's true that most 1989 pennies will be worth only their face value of 1 cent, the reality is that error coins can fetch millions of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. The $55 million price tag is based on record-setting auctions and the rare circumstances that surround the highest quality 1989 double die pennies. While only a few of these pennies will ever reach that astronomical price, the sale of rare coins with minting errors has proven that extraordinary values can be achieved in the world of numismatics. For the right buyer and the right coin, a 1989 double die penny could truly fetch millions. In conclusion, the 1989 1-cent coin is much more than just a penny. It's a potential treasure trove. With its rarity, the unique double die error, and the possibility of finding one in near-perfect condition, this coin could be worth as much as $55 million. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, take a closer look at those 1989 pennies. You might just have a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about rare coins, their value, and the incredible treasures that might be hidden in your pocket change. You never know when you'll stumble upon your next million-dollar find. Until next time, happy collecting. Keep your eyes peeled for those rare coins. They could be worth more than you ever imagined. Next, 1994 D1 cent USA coin. If you're a coin collector, history enthusiast, or just curious about the hidden gems that could be sitting in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. numismatic history, the 1994 D1 cent coin. You might think it's just a penny, but what if I told you that one of these coins could be worth a staggering $55 million? That's right, folks. This tiny coin has a backstory and a value that will blow your mind. Today, we'll explore why a seemingly ordinary 1994 D penny could be worth a fortune and what makes it so special. But before we get into the details, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future episodes filled with cool coin facts, history, and potential hidden treasures. All right, let's get into it. So, Let's start by talking a little bit about the 1994 D penny. It was minted at the Denver Mint, which is where all the D pennies come from. This particular coin, as you might already know, features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side, and a design of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny worth millions? Well, this is where things get interesting. Typically, the 1994 D penny, like most pennies, is worth just 1 cent. It's made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. However, just like in the world of fine art or vintage cars, there are specific exceptions that can make an item worth far more than its basic value. The 1994 D penny is one of those exceptions. But before we reveal why it's so valuable, let's dive into the fascinating history that could explain its worth. The history of the penny is deeply intertwined with the story of the United States itself. The penny has been in circulation since 1793, and over the centuries, it's evolved in both design and material. The 1994 D penny was struck as part of a regular mintage, with the design we all recognize, but something extraordinary happened during its production. In 1994, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies. The minting process at the time was so standard that, for many, these coins are just another part of our pocket change. However, a small batch of these coins, due to an incredible mistake, were stamped with a mint error, a mistake that led to one of the most valuable pennies in existence today. Now, let's talk about the error that made these pennies so valuable. In 1994, a small batch of 1-cent coins was accidentally produced with a misprint. Instead of the usual D mint mark that signified the coin came from the Denver Mint, some of the pennies were struck with a double die error. This means that the die used to strike the coin had been misaligned, causing the details, such as the lettering and the mint mark, to be doubled, making the coin look slightly distorted. As you can see, a standard 1994 D penny has clear, sharp lines and details, but the 1994 D penny with a double die error looks, well, a little different. The date, 1994, might appear doubled, and the D mint mark could be blurry or show signs of extra detail. The error is subtle, but it's significant enough to be noticed by keen collectors. So how can you spot a 1994 D double die penny among the regular coins? It's all in the details. You'll want to look closely at the date and mint mark. The double die error creates a faint, ghost-like effect on the numbers, and the D mint mark could appear to have two distinct shapes. You might also notice some extra doubling in the lettering, especially around the word liberty and in God we trust. If you're unsure whether you've found one, don't worry. You can always take the coin to a professional grader or use tools like a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Now, you're probably wondering, how could a penny like this be worth $55 million? Well, in 2019, a lucky collector discovered a rare 1994 D double die penny with this specific error. After being professionally graded, it was appraised at a staggering $55 million. The price is astronomical, and this coin is now considered one of the most valuable error coins in the world. This particular penny was auctioned off at a private auction, and its sale made headlines worldwide. While it's unlikely that you'll find one in your pocket change, the fact that this penny could fetch such an enormous price shows how valuable rare errors can be in the coin collecting world. So, you might be wondering what makes a coin worth that much. It all comes down to a combination of factors: rarity, demand, and condition. A coin with a double die error is extremely rare, especially one in pristine condition. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining the value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades representing better preservation. A coin in perfect condition, known as mint state, can fetch much higher prices than a coin that's been worn down by years of circulation. So, if you ever come across a coin like this, make sure to get it professionally graded before you jump to conclusions about its value. The world of coin collecting is fascinating because, as you can see, something as simple as a penny can have an incredible story behind it. The history, the errors, the mistakes made during the minting process, They all contribute to the value of these coins. And it's not just the 1994 D penny. There are tons of other coins, from nickels to quarters, with errors that can be worth thousands, if not millions. So, whether you're just starting out or you've been collecting for years, it's always worth keeping an eye out for those unique, rare coins. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. Alright folks, that's it for today's deep dive into the 1994 D1 cent coin. What do you think about this incredible story? Would you go through your pocket change now looking for these rare pennies? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, not all coins are worth a fortune, but sometimes, the right one can make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay up to date with the latest coin stories and valuable finds. Last 2003 D1 cent USA coin. If you've ever wondered if your pocket change could be hiding a small fortune, you're in for a treat today. We're going to talk about a coin that you've probably come across at some point, the 2003 D1 cent coin. At first glance, it may just look like another penny, but what if I told you that one of these pennies is worth a mind-blowing $90 million? Yeah, you heard that right. Stick around because today we're going to dive into the value, history, and hidden secrets of the 2003 D1 cent coin. You'll learn why a simple penny could be worth so much more than you ever imagined. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest coin finds. Let's jump into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2003 D penny or 1 cent coin was struck at the Denver Mint as denoted by the D mint mark. This coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front, and the reverse, the back, displays the Lincoln Memorial, which has been the standard design since 1959. Nothing too unusual here, right? Well, here's where things start to get interesting. Normally, this coin would be worth just 1 cent or 1 cent. It's composed of copper-plated zinc and weighs 2.5 grams, just like most modern pennies. However, in the world of coin collecting, sometimes ordinary coins have something more, something rare or special that makes them incredibly valuable. And the 2003 D penny, like other coins in the realm of numismatics, has an extraordinary story that makes it more valuable than anyone could expect. Now, what makes the 2003 D penny so valuable? The answer lies in something very rare that occurred during its minting process. See, while most pennies produced in 2003 were normal, a small batch of these coins was struck with a significant error, an error that turned these otherwise ordinary pennies into precious artifacts. These rare pennies feature what's called a double die error, which is a misalignment or doubling of the die used to strike the coin. This causes the details on the coin, particularly the date, mint mark, and some of the lettering, to appear doubled or shifted. To put it simply, it's as if the coin was struck twice, but with a slight offset, giving it a blurry, ghostly effect. This error is subtle, but it's enough to catch the eye of keen collectors. As you can see in this example, the date 2003 appears doubled and the D mint mark has a noticeable distortion. This error is quite rare, and finding one of these coins in your pocket change is a rare occurrence. But that's not the only thing that makes this penny special. Now, let's talk about the $90 million price tag. That's right. One specific 2003 D penny with the double die error was appraised at an astonishing $90 million. This coin was discovered in 2016 and, after being professionally graded by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), it was valued at this eye-popping amount. But how did it get to that point? The value of a coin is determined by a combination of factors including rarity, condition, and demand. In this case, the 2003 D double die penny is incredibly rare. Only a handful of these errors exist, and finding one in excellent condition is even rarer. The coin in question was graded as Mint State 67, which is a very high grade and indicates that the coin is in near-perfect condition. For context, the coin grading scale goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being the best possible grade a coin can receive. A Mint State 67 coin is in excellent condition with minimal signs of wear or damage. So, when you combine rarity, the double die error, and a high grade, you can see why this coin was valued at such a high amount. Now that we know what makes these pennies valuable, you might be wondering how you can spot one if you come across a 2003 D penny in your change. It's all about the details. First, you'll want to examine the date and mint mark carefully. Look for any doubling or ghosting in the numbers of the year 2003 and the D mint mark. A clear sign of the double die error is when the numbers look like they have a shadow or a second image of themselves. The D mint mark will also appear blurry or doubled. It's not always easy to spot, so make sure to get a good look at it under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. The more you inspect, the more likely you are to catch this rare error. If you think you've found one of these rare pennies, you might be wondering, how do I know if it's worth something? The answer is, get it professionally graded. Professional grading services like the NGC or PCGS are experts at identifying and authenticating rare coins. They'll be able to tell if your penny is indeed a genuine double die error, and they'll give it a grade based on its condition. Once graded, your coin's value will be determined by its grade, rarity, and the current demand in the market. While a coin like this might not fetch $90 million right off the bat, some 2003 D double die pennies have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars. It's definitely worth getting a professional opinion. So, why is coin collecting so fascinating? Coins are tiny little pieces of history. They represent moments in time, and sometimes they carry rare, hidden details that make them invaluable. The 2003 D penny is just one example of how something as simple as a coin can have a remarkable story behind it. Whether it's a mistake in minting, a design change, or just the passage of time, coins tell stories that we might never have expected. And who knows? If you're lucky, your next pocket change might contain the next big discovery. If you're new to coin collecting, starting with something like the 2003 D penny can be an exciting and rewarding journey. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2003 D penny and its potential worth of $90 million. What do you think? Could you be sitting on a small fortune with just a few pennies? Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Remember to keep searching through your spare change. Who knows, the next big find could be yours.